So happy February 9th. Oh my gosh. It's crazy that it's only the 9th, but then at the same time, it's like, y'all, it's already the 9th and it is a short month this month. And so it's just going to be so much fun and I'm excited. And a lot of people think, well, it's really only short by like 2 or 3 days, but like 2 or 3 days in Mary Kay is like a week. Okay, it's like a week of what you can do. And so I'm gonna clean this for a second. Yeah. So just making sure you are on point is where it's at. We had a lot more people fill out the weekly accountability form, so love it. All right. So I want you to share one thing that you are super grateful for this week. Tammy, I'm grateful for your weekly accountability form because I don't know if you got my text, but I was so proud of you, like so proud of you. So Tammy, why don't you unmute first and then we'll have Tia go and tell us something that you're grateful for in your business this week. Go ahead. Tammy's trying. Hold on. There you go. There,
Okay.
I almost muted you back. Oh my gosh. All right, go ahead.
Um, well, for right now, all my real orders, just, my people that keep coming back. Um, and just the patience that everybody has, because I drop the ball all the time. So,
Don't we all? Don't we all? But you know what's so great about you when you drop the ball is I know that you make it right and you do the and then some or you do something extra and you're human. And how great is it that it's okay when we do that? You know what I mean?
mhm.
So, and yeah, that residual income is pretty bougie, right? It's like,
Yeah,
okay. So tell us, Tammy, what is your residual income going to right now?
right now to pay off my credit cards. So,
Yes, I love it. And then it's going to start paying for softball.
unfortunately, started softball this past weekend with Cora. So that was,
Oh, yeah.
it was a
Oh,
hard chunk to swallow.
yeah. It's expensive. It's expensive. So, but I love that we have a pink ATM. It's just
Right.
so great. It's so great. I love it. I love it. Thanks for sharing, Tammy. Okay, and everybody else type in the chat. But Tia, tell us what you reorders brought us strawberries, blueberries, and lettuce. Praise Jesus. You just need to just I'll bring you all of those things that I'm growing when you come to career conference. Because y'all, everyone has to sign up for career conference. I'll show you where to do that today. But Randy's coming from Washington State, so we all have no excuse, right? All have no excuse. Um, yes, ma'am, it starts now. Okay, all right. Here we go. Go ahead, Tia.
What was the question?
Tell us what you're grateful for.
Well, I'm grateful for everything. Every day, I'm grateful for each day because listen, this the Alaska weather that we have here makes me wonder why I'm still here because I can't handle it. But anyway, I'm grateful that I didn't let situations stop me from asking. Of an example, I gave I did two part. Well, it was supposed to be one party, but it was split in two because they were still staying in different houses. But they're friends of ours, but they're visiting from out of the country. And I'm like, they're not gonna want to buy anything. I kept on thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. It's like, hey, you guys want to get a free facial? I just went ahead and offered it, and they're like all excited. And I knew that for the most part, not all of them would buy, but some of them did. And they
Ooh.
were really excited about it. And they're like, I know that there's ways of probably getting the products to them if they order, if I would have to mail it to them directly. But they were so excited and surprised how good the product was and all that stuff. And I'm like, you see, Lucy, if you would have just listened to the little voice, you wouldn't have, they would have never known. And here you are, and I was just loving on them because, they come, they're here visiting, and I figured let me just practice. I did it all in Spanish, mind you.
Woo!
I
Tia in the
had I
house.
had my English right here, and I'm translating as I'm going, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So,
That
but it
is
was amazing. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself for just stepping out in faith and
yes.
just doing it. So,
Well, and that's so obedient, Tia. Like it
mhm,
just, and especially when, because you could have let the fear, you could have let that doubt get you, but you did it anyways. And then it was
right.
so fun. And then, and you know what I love about you? Did y'all hear how she said she just had so much fun just loving on them?
Mhm,
At the end of the day, y'all, we have to listen to Lucy because it's not about us. It's
mhm,
not about our nerves. It's not about our fear. It's not about our abilities. It's about, you know what? We get to focus on loving on people. That is what we do. That's what makes us stand out, right, Tia? Like,
right.
that's what makes us stand out from all other brands. That's why people come to us. And that's why, like Tammy, for example, Tammy's getting all these reorders, right? She's getting back into doing faces. And right now she's been like loving on those reorders. But here's the deal is that because we have that personal touch, because we do what Tia says and we love on people and we share this product, that's what makes us stand out from every other company. And that's the reason why we are rocking it. Okay. Mary Kay is hot. It's always hot, but it's even hotter than ever. Like it is incredible. It's so interesting. I listened to some people that were like, well, are you sure? Like like, does that thing still work? And I'm like, yeah, if you work it, absolutely. But if you do nothing, of course not. But then there's the other side, like we just learned from Tammy, right? Like it's like, well, if you do the work and you take care of your people and you honor those people, like they're gonna come back to you because y'all, I don't know if you know this, so lean in really carefully. But do you know that you own a business with the number one global brand in the entire world in skincare and color cosmetics? Do you know that it is the best product in the world? And if you're not using it head to toe, what are you doing? Right? We get a 50% discount. And hello, we don't look like this. I mean, we love the Lord. He created us, and He's helping us, but like we don't look like this because we use Dove. Okay. All right. But it is a vehicle for changing lives. So thank you, Tammy. And thank you, Tia, so much for sharing. I love it. So good. Or Arlisa says she's grateful for the drive to keep going even when things aren't going how they like. Yeah, and it's great, Arlisa, because we can always adjust our mindset, and you always have such a great positive mindset, and we just have to do the same amount. You just have to do the numbers, right? National Sales Director Heidi Gelzer teaches us that Mary Kay, it's magical, y'all. It is magical what we get to do for people. It is magical how it provides for our family. But in order to get the magic, you must do the math, right? It is math a magical. It is simple, but it's math a magical. Okay. So I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Don't pay attention to my nails, by the way. I drove a lot to and from sweet Carly's house, and my nails were like driving me nuts, and I just kept breaking them, and it kept me awake though. So like I'm gonna paint them myself this time. So it's gonna be great. But anyways, all right. So before we get started on our what's it called? Our basics to breakthrough. We're talking about being a CEO today. The first thing that I want to do is I want to celebrate you. We had a lot more people fill out the form this week, and so that just made me so proud of you. And it's awesome, and I love going through it, and Lauren loves going through it. But here we go. Let's get started. And as soon as Lauren, I know she's got baby Judah, so as soon as she jumps back on, she's gonna help take over on this part. But we are women of excellence, rising daily to beat our best with what two things, y'all? Unshakable faith and unstoppable action. We lead with purpose, we work with passion and consistency, and we serve with love, knowing that God's doing immeasurably more through us and in us. And this is our breakthrough year that ends on June 30th. I cannot even believe it. We have 5 months left. Like, what is even happening? Okay. And we've been focusing on this month is our theme is perseverance. So I'm going to read this for you just as a friendly reminder because you can't get it enough. It's based on my take from James chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. It says, perseverance is faithful endurance, staying steady and obedient while God is still working. That means that remaining faithful under pressure, right? Or remaining faithful when you're not seeing the results that you want to have, right? Or Lisa, like she was just said, continuing to trust God by giving him all anxiety through the trial, just like Tia did. She's like, you know what? I could have let the fear be like, I can't speak these people's language in Mary Kay words. But she didn't do it. She kept going. and allowing hardships to shape our character and not harden our hearts, because in this world we're going to have troubles, but take heart, he has overcome the world. And choosing obedience before you see the results. So love it, love it, love it. All right, friends. And so thank you for those of you that filled out the weekly accomplishment form. And so faces, and I know Carly had 12. Well, I'll get to there. So we got Ann Mixon with 1. Whoop whoop. We had Lucy with 5. Whoop whoop. And then we have our princess and our queen. Y'all, Christina Mundy is killing it. She really truly is. And she is not here because it's her husband's birthday. So she's not allowed to come on the meeting on birthday night. She needs to be with her hubby. Okay. And so 13 faces, y'all. She had a virtual. She had guests at our Galentine's Day event at our coffee shop locally here in Florida that we did. That was amazing. So then she had a party with some old people like on Saturday. It was like 80s, y'all. 80s. It's actually comical. So fun. So fun. They loved it. And then our queen, y'all, let's hear it for our amazing Carly Miller. Woohoo!
Okay, Carly, I see you, girl.
Yes, 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 yes. All right, Lauren, keep going.
All right, here we go. So, y'all, I want you to blow it up in the chat because I know some of you guys are unmuted. I want you to blow it up in the chat for our girls who got bookings this week. You know what that means? That means people are booking appointments, and you can too. Congratulations to Kate, who got 3 faces booked, Lucy with 2 faces, and Mixing with 1 face, and Debbie Sharp with 1. I see y'all working, girls. I see y'all. But let's talk about our queens of bookings. Y'all, we got a tie. Congratulations to Carly being our queen of booking this week with 2 new parties on the books, girls. Okay. And also Christina Money with 2 new parties. Congratulations, girls. Y'all, if you're not booking, you're not in business. So congratulations to our queens that are working their butts off. Okay. I see that. I love that for y'all. I absolutely love that. Very good.
And
All
don't forget, y'all can still sign up for our Hostess Cash giveaway. Like, we're over $500 that we're giving away, y'all.
Like, now.
I know, and
$1,000.
it's only the people that have signed up. And so it's not like a million people. So your chances, and then a consultant's going to win some cash too. So like, hello, you can get your money back. Great investment. All right.
All right. Congratulations to our girls that did IPAs. Y'all type this in the chat. Income producing activities. That is what IPAs mean. Okay. Congratulations to Lucy, who did 14 IPAs. Debbie Sharp with 3, Christina with 2, Kate Mills with 2, Tammy with 1, June Hilly with 1, and Womanda with 1 IPA. Congratulations, girls. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. And of course, do you see how the IPAs go hand in hand with bookings? Congratulations to our princess, Carly, of course, with 16 IPAs. Okay, Carly, I see you making a comeback, girl. I'm so excited for this time around and you being in the company. And then also congratulations to Christina Mundy with 17 IPAs, income producing activities. Congratulations to our queens. And y'all know we're all about working full circle, okay? Type full circle in the chat, y'all. Everybody needs to be working full circle, and that means sharing the opportunity. So congratulations to our queen, Christina Monday, with having 1 Q&A, okay? That means sharing the opportunity. And y'all, by the way, just so you know, the position of princess is open. It's open. So
it's open. And guess what, y'all? That Q&A, she's signing up. She said yes, she's ready. So Christina is working full circle. She's booking those people just like Carly. Carly did one today, which will count for next week's recognition. But just working full circle like Lauren's talking about. And so Christina is committed to her red jacket. She is committed to her red jacket and being one of our 3 from each unit when our goal is 5. Love it. All right, Lauren.
All right, here we go. Now, congratulations to our girls that turned in their numbers. Okay, Amanda turned in her numbers. Kate Mills, congrats, girls. Let's talk about the girls who opened up their stores. Congratulations to June Hilly. She sold $64 this week, okay, and is going to her daughter's wedding. Let's talk about $100 weeks. Everybody put $100 in the chat. Put $100 in the chat, okay? Because we're all about going $100 weeks or more. Congratulations, Tammy Martin, that sold $116 to pay off her credit card debt. And also Christina with $191 for the week to pay bills, okay? We love it. We absolutely love it. And congrats to our girls who did $200 weeks. Of course, the one and only Debbie Sharp, okay? And I don't know how much she sold. You went too fast. Okay, Debbie Sharp, I think it was like $283. There we go. $283. Go in the building of her savings. We love that. And let's talk about our star weeks. Put this in the chat, y'all. Stars drive cars. Okay. If you want to be a car driver, baby, you need to start being a star, having star weeks. Congratulations to Christina Mundy. She sold $300 to pay down some debt. And okay, let's say $421 for the week. Oh my gosh. Very good. Very good.
Hey, and y'all, look at these cute little bracelets that you see. And I want you to imagine, instead of XOXO, I want you to imagine your word for the year. So my word is breakthrough through perseverance. So I want you to be thinking and drop your word right now in the chat, because if you know that if you know, if you read the email or you looked at the posts and stuff that we did, but if not, you're going to find out some cool stuff. All right, Lawrence, keep going.
Oh, I'm hype already. Okay. Congratulations to our girls. Our princess of sales this week and mixing was $481 for the week, y'all. Woo-hoo, going towards her savings. And y'all, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please, for our queen, Carly. Welcome to the $1,000 club, girl. She sold $1,255 this week, y'all, and it's going towards paying her debt. Y'all, blow up the chat. Blow up the chat. Okay.
Yes.
Over $1,000, Carly. Oh my gosh, give us a tip.
Yes,
I'm
gonna pin you real quick, Carly, and you have babies and it's okay. So don't stress if they're in the background. But Carly, tell everybody okay, first of all, we did an in-person party, right? And she still has people she's closing, like still, because some lady was hosting a praise and paint thing. And so like we still have people that we have to close. Okay. And so Carly, talk about what it was like to have an in-person party and just work so full circle. What was that like for you this weekend?
I loved it. I loved every second of it. I loved getting ready for it. I loved everybody coming. I loved serving everybody's responses. It was wonderful. I love in person.
Yeah.
I'm all about in person.
It's the best.
Yep.
And and we had a big party. We had 12 or 13 people, which can get a little bit long and chaotic when there's that many. But remember, y'all, like you can start with 3 or 4. You can start with 1 or 2, right? But in person is amazing. Carly, what do you think that did for your confidence in continuing and going? Like using the flip chart, all that kind of stuff. What do you think that did for you?
I definitely feel way more confident. I feel like around 3 or 4 people, especially starting with close people, I'll be able to whip it out.
I love it.
And really learn how to do it.
Right. And what would be your advice for somebody that's on the fence of like, well, I don't know if I'll like in person, or I'm scared of it, or whatever excuse that they have, or reason that they have, or fear that they have? What would your advice be to somebody that doesn't know that?
I think if you're personally like afraid to do it for the other women. Do it for the people who are coming, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know where they are at their life and how much you might need what you're offering.
Oh my God.
Do it. If you're scared for yourself, and just do it.
I love it. And now, you know what, Carly, we didn't even plan what she was going to say. Like, this is literally just coming from her mouth. And what I love about you, Carly, is that you're speaking as a leader, to feel the fear and do it anyways. And you're so others focused, and you just love people no matter what. And you make people feel comfortable. But what I also love is that you prepared, and you had your flip chart. You had your things ready to go. And so we are so proud of you, y'all. I know Lauren wants to say something to you, Carly, real quick, but after Lauren, then we're going to do a big woohoo. So go ahead, Lauren.
Okay. Carly, I just want to say I'm not even just like, I'm just so proud of you, because that's like a go-to, right? I'm just, man, you inspire me, you know what I mean? Because it takes grit, it takes I know you had to take another leap of faith to start again, you know what I mean? To be like, all right, we'll try again. Okay. I mean, I just want to say, like, you inspire me, and that's why I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because, like, you literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna wrap my hand around Monique again, and let's try. And so, my biggest advice to you is like, literally, just ride on this momentum. Whether even if it's small, ride on it, ride on it, ride on it, because you are going to be at the top.
Yes.
I mean that.
Yes.
I mean it, mean it, mean it.
I love it. Awesome, y'all.
Thank
Let's go
you.
into gallery mode and cheer on Carly for our queen this week. Woo! Feeling the fear and doing it anyways. That is the it. I mean, your results are great too, but it's more so of you or a blessing to people. All right. And so I'm going to take over this part. So stars drive cars, y'all. You get the rewards for being a star. You can get travel vouchers. You can get Amazon Prime. You can get designer bags, jewelry. You can get a vacuum. The best vacuum I ever got was through my star prize. Okay. And so make sure you're tracking that. It ends on March 15th, and you want to make sure that you are a star. So congratulations to those of you that are close. And don't forget, when we go to Career Conference in Orlando in March, like, you are literally going to have a PJ pizza party, and we're going to have professional headshots that weekend as well. So it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. You want to make sure that you're tracking. You can go to business tools, go to reports, and click on star consultant tracking and see how far you are wholesale away to make it happen. All right. And don't forget, to help you be a star is to host parties. I'm telling you, I cannot tell you how many hostesses have joined and sharing me with their friends because they're excited about the Money Tree giveaway. Y'all, it's already over $500. Okay. We're giving away cash, like multiple people, Money Tree cash. And congratulations so far for our Power Up Achievers with 600 wholesale this month. Woo! We've got Carly and we've got Vicky, and they are both great start qualified. Let's raise the roof. Woo! No, Carly just earned a new bundle. Vicky got her very first bundle. So we are so proud of them. Congratulations, congratulations. Now, don't forget, listen, if you missed it in January, who cares? Do it for the next 5 months, okay? Because you still are going to get this amazing Rise and Radiate sash as recognition that you get to walk around and be a part of the photo ops and everything with that at seminar. It's going to be amazing. So don't worry about the bag. Worry about the rest of it, because consistency is where it is at. All right. And now, our bookings, for those of you that turned your bookings in and you had some amount of bookings for the month, you get to be with us. That's January 10th at 9 a.m. So that's the wrong time. It's actually tonight after this. So, but also, oh, and that says that's the wrong one. So hold on. That's why it was oh, these aren't new. Okay. Debbie needs to do that part. That's okay. That's okay. I know she had to end up going and helping a friend. So I am going to go to the promotions for this month somewhere else. I think she was mid working on it when she had to leave. Okay. So here is something else that I have for you. Okay, so and you probably already saw it in your email. Okay, you probably already saw it in your email or posted on the Facebook group. And we already have multiple achievers. And so here is the first thing that I want to show you is when you listen, we have a program. We are Operation Red. We have been challenged by corporate to have 3 reds by March or February 28th, going for career conference. Our goal is to have 5 in each unit though. Y'all, you're one decision away from your red jacket. You get a $50 bonus from your director. You get a red jacket debut with your family and your guests. You get special red jacket Zoom training with Mary Kay Corporate, okay? Only Leading by Faith and Miracle Maker red jackets only, okay? You also get to walk the stage at career conference and seminar and receive a prize, okay? Which is going to be really, really cool. Now, here's another thing for our 600 achievers, and check this out. Vicky and Carly have already finished this, my friends. But they are getting their, whenever you finish 600 wholesale this month, you get your personalized bracelet. Now, look at how cute these are, okay? My mom has been making these. They're so cute because Nana is our miracle maker mama and glorious area mama. And so you get to have it personalized with your word, which is really cool. So you definitely do not want to miss out on those. Again, it's in your recap email that you're going to get as well as the rest of these promotions that we have. Okay. So take a screenshot of the ones that you're excited about. Okay, so when you finish 300 wholesale by the 15th, and y'all, we already have Annabelle Manning, we have Amanda, we have Vicky, we have Carly, gosh, maybe even Lucy at this point. I don't know, I have to check. But you have to look at the pre-Power Up Achievers. That's 300 wholesale by Sunday, by the 15th. You get to earn all your February social media and texting email content. So be on the lookout for that in your email. And you get in the Grow and Celebrate exclusive Zoom on Tuesday, the 17th with $1 Million National Sales Director Karen Reidel. Y'all, she's amazing. And she has been, she does this prayer movement once a month. All the nationals and directors get on Zoom and pray over our company. Like it is just, man, God is moving big. I already showed you this. I already showed you that. Here's another thing that you have is we really are talking about working full circle. Okay. So not just selling, but also blessing other people. So this is how this one's different. So with National Sales Director Holly Lowe and Heidi Gelser, and y'all at seminar last year, remember how hot Holly was like with what she had to say? It was like a punch you in the face. Like, you know what? I need to listen to that over and over and over again. Okay. So they are hosting with Senior National Sales Director Julia Burnett. Julia Burnett is she's an introvert. She is super, super into natural and crunchy things. Like, I love her. Like, she teaches from a grounding mat. Like, this woman is so inspirational. So, when you have 300 wholesale and you've added your first team member by the 15th at midnight, you get to participate with this on that Saturday morning, which is going to be so fantastic. So, you don't want to miss that. And that was Karen Rydell. All right, my friends, who is excited? Who is excited about all of the things that you get to um earn this month? And it's like, it's so great. Like they're carrots that help you to move forward. They're carrots that help you to do the things that you want. I know, right, Brady? Do the things that you want to do in your business, but do for the dreams that you have. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm actually going to I want everybody, you know what Lauren says, okay? You know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Everybody grab your pen. I want you to shake it like a salt shaker. Okay, shake it like a salt shaker. All right. And I want you to grab your paper and be ready to go. I'm putting 2 images into the Zoom. Okay. 2 images into the Zoom that you can see. And of course, I will share it with you. Okay. Of course, I'll share my screen. But what we are talking about, my friends, is this business is about the basics. Okay. We first learn the basics and we apply them to our business, and it is an absolute game changer. It is. It truly, truly is a game changer in what you have to offer and what you can do with your dreams. But the very first thing that is important is you want to make sure that you, my friends, are the CEO. So I want you to take some notes, and we have some fill in the blank stuff for you. So the whole workbook is not done yet. Technical difficulties for sure. But I have this for you. Okay. So again, I'm still doing all this stuff on my own. I don't have somebody that does documents for me yet. I do need to hire the person that can do it quickly, but that's okay. Okay. So being the CEO. So this whole thing that we're going through is a profitable business owner's playbook for mindset, for boundaries, and emotional mastery. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you own your own Mary Kay business in this multi-billion-dollar global skincare and cosmetic company. Like, do you see where I'm going with this? Okay. There are so many women that are making such an impact and an influence, but they have to do what Tia and Tammy are showing you. And Carly and Christina and these people that you see. If she can, you can, right? It's all about being willing to get uncomfortable. I want you to write that down. Being willing to get uncomfortable, because we don't grow in our comfort zone. That is not the place that we grow, right? And so here is CEO tip number 1. It starts with you, it ends with you, but it's not about you. So this is what I have to say to myself when I'm afraid, okay? It starts with me, it ends with me, but it's not about me. Okay. When I take myself out of it and I just do the dang thing, whatever it is that is stopping me, right? And Lauren and I have this conversation all the time. Okay. So what are those limiting beliefs that you have? Is it I don't have time? Because that's not true. Because we always find time for what we find valuable. No matter what it is, you will find time for what you find valuable. Okay. I am super busy. I say yes to a lot of things. Okay. But the reality is if you want it bad enough, you'll find time for it. Okay. The difference between our schedules and the most successful people in our world when it comes to business is not the amount of time we have, it's what we do with that time. Okay. Because it doesn't have to be 75 hours a week. It doesn't have to be 40 hours a week. It doesn't have to be 30 hours a week. It doesn't have to be 20 hours. I mean, I don't even work 30 hours a week in my Mary Kay business. Okay. Now, I'm going to get to that real soon. Okay. Especially with June coming up. But that's a choice that we get to make. Right. And so here's what I want you to think about right now. I want you to write down on your paper why you think Mary Kay wouldn't work for you. What is that fear that you have? And go ahead and I want you to share it in the chat too if you want to. What are those fears that could hold you back? Okay? I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of them as you're blowing up the chat, okay? Some of those fears are number 1, I don't know enough about the product, or I don't have time, or they won't like me, or my image is not good enough. Lauren's got some too. Come on, Lauren.
Or everybody around me is broke. No one's buying. Like, okay, go ahead, Mo. I just want to say.
Yeah, no, exactly what Lauren's saying. Because what these fears are, I'm not consistent. Okay, thank you, Randy. I'm not consistent enough. I can't hold boundaries. People telling me no. Chris, I'm so proud of your week, by the way. Holy cow. My schedule is too crazy, right? And so these things are things afraid to start a conversation with someone you don't know. Yes. Okay, so these are real fears. So what we have to do is you've got to brain dump those fears. And I want you to write this down. Fears are false evidence appearing real. Okay? Let's break down what false evidence is. Tammy, I can't believe she's that big. Are you kidding me? Like, what is happening? Okay, false evidence equals lies. Write that down. They're lies. Okay? Here's what I know. And here's a blessing that I've learned from Mary Kay. And this is not just about Mary Kay. It's about everything else in your life. Okay? You will always find what you're looking for. If you're looking for a reason to not do something, you will always find it. If you are looking for a reason to do it, you will always find it. What you think about, you bring about. What you think about is what's in your heart, and that's what comes out, right? In the Bible specifically, for my Christ followers, it tells us that there is the power of life and death in the tongue. Hey, Carter, and Momo loves you. Power of life and death in the tongue. And what you think about is what you're going to bring about, right? So if you say, I am going to fail, then you are. You absolutely will. If you say, I'm choosing not to fail, I'm going to figure this out, I'm going to do this, your brain switches to get through it mode. And when you say, whether you know how to do something or not, God is always with you. He's there to support you. He's there to guide you. We just have to be obedient through the process, right? So false evidence appearing real is the lies. So the very first thing that you have to do is you have to figure out what those lies are, figure out what those fears are, and know that your choices that you make and the words that you turn it around are what's going to get you where you need to go, right? Because the reality is this, I'm not consistent enough, right? So that's a limiting belief, Randy, that we can say that we have, right? And you know what? That was one of those. That was one of those that I brain dumped at the end of December. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I haven't been consistent enough. But my new thought is I choose to be consistent by being obedient with the daily habits that need to happen to get me where I need to go. That's where this thing came from, right? I showed this to you. These are my daily habits and weekly habits that I know that if I do these things, it conquers the fear. It conquers the lies, okay? So you have to have a strategy, tools, if you will, okay, to do that. In the Bible, it tells us to put on the armor of God, right? And so it's kind of like you have to do that. I mean, you always have to do that in your business too, but you have to have that armor of like, okay, I've got God as my business partner. I've got this, I've got that, but these are the things that I can control, right? Because the reality is this, you can only control the controllables. right? What can you control? You may not be able to control the amount of the all of the people saying yes to you versus no, but you can control how many people you ask in order to mathematically get the yes, right? So, I mean, raise your hand if you've ever called two people, one person or 3 to 5 people, and 4 people that answer and one person told you no, and all of a sudden everybody in the world doesn't want what you have to offer, right? That's what oh my gosh, nobody this, nobody that. But the reality is that's not true, right? That's where tracking comes in. Okay. So going back to our notes, okay. Now the only way to fail in your business, little CEO, write on your paper, I am the CEO. Vicky, you're not allowed to write anything because you're driving, but we're so glad that you're here. Okay. And so I want you to tell us right now your wildest Mary Kay dream. What is your wildest Mary Kay dream? Okay, I want you to think about it for a second, and then I want you to type it in the chat, write it on your paper, type it in the chat, or raise your hand if you want to share it. Okay, anybody want to share their wildest Mary Kay dream? Who's going to be bold enough to share that? I got a crazy one. Okay, what would your wildest? Lauren says earning a pink Cadillac. That's not wild enough, Lauren. That's happening. Okay. My own unit filled with like-minded women. Oh, Randy, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. But that may be your wildest dream while on active duty. Yes, because it's true. Our Lisa, a top seller in Florida. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna share with you yes, Kate Mills. Yes. So my wildest Mary Kay dream, as you drop them in the chat, my wildest Mary Kay dream when I started my Mary Kay business was to pay off $88,000 of debt. And Mary Kay did it. My next wildest dream was to buy a house. And the Lord said, I got one better for you. I got one better for people already believe you are 29. Your dreams already come true, Amanda. Thanks, dear Mary Kay. My other dream was to buy a home slash we ended up building our dream home. That happened. My next wildest dream, because when it's passionate enough, you will find the reasons to do it. And your reasons are bigger than your excuse. They trump the fears, right? They trump our fears. Was to get Adam out of teaching. Okay. He was in a terrible situation and it worked. And so now my wildest dream, I know I'm like, gosh, I guess I need to go bigger. My wildest Mary Kay dream is to be the #1 national sales director when I retire, making the most money in the entire company, more than Lisa Madsen. That's my wildest dream because that's going to allow me to give a lot. But somebody tell yes, my bathroom pick is okay. Yes, Randy. And it's funny because somebody went to the bathroom in there the other day. They're like, "What is that? Why is there a picture of you looking at the mountains, pooping like an NST? Like, what is happening?" Y'all, I'll share it with you. Like, if you just don't remember that picture, but yes, Randy Pip took a picture of me at seminar and put it with the Switzerland background, telling me I need to poop like a national sales director, and put it by my toilet so I can praise the Lord for. Yeah, okay, then I do it. It's great. But listen, wildest dream. And it's not a dream that I thought up on myself. It was the same dream that Gloria Mayfield Banks got to do for each of her children. Are you ready for it? And I got to meet her daughter. She did this for her daughter, and I got to meet her daughter in Barcelona on a top director trip. Her daughter went to a private school. Gloria Mayfield Banks walked into the registrar her freshman year and she said, "How much is tuition?" They're like, "Oh, well, it's this much a month and it's this much of the semester and you can do this." She's like, "No, no, no, no. How much is it?" And they told her, and it was like $34,000 or something for the year. And she said, "Here." And she wrote a check. Okay? Like, here you go. That is my wildest dream. Now, I'm not saying my kids have to go to college, like, or not Eli, John Henry wants to like go to trade school and be an electrician and then own his electrician or plumbing business, which I'm all for that. Okay, which is really smart, right, Randy? Okay, but I want to pay for that. I want to be able to teach my children how to work for themselves, how to work hard, even at this age. But I want to provide that because I had to pay a lot of student debt and I don't want them to experience that. Okay. AI can't replace electricians and plumbers. Facts.com, right? Okay, so think about that, your wildest dream. So, okay, I love it. So you have shared your dreams, okay? You've got to be clear. You've got to be clear on what it is. Okay, 3 secrets to success. Are you ready? Okay, 3 secrets to success that you want to have. Okay. Number 1, you want to have a vision backed by consistent action. Okay. You want to have a vision. You want to know where you're going. Okay. Whether you think you can do it or not, whether you know how you're going to get there, let me tell you something very powerful. And, I used to roll my eyes at this. To be completely transparent, I used to roll my eyes at this. Okay. But I've seen it happen time and time again. When the why, your vision, when your why you're doing this, when your why is clear, the how doesn't matter. You'll figure it out. We're grown but women. We figure things out every day, right? We've all had some financial woes in our life, but we always kept the lights on, right? We figured it out. We kept food on the table. We pushed through adversity and health things and relationship things and all kinds of stuff in our lives, okay? So when your why is clear, the how falls into place. And the how will not stop you when your why is big enough. So if you're in this or clear enough. So if you're in that space, you're like, well, I don't know how, then you're not clear on what you really want, because that's an easy thing that we can do, right? So number 1, vision backed by consistent action. Okay. Number 2, it's plugging in. Okay. It's community, plugging into the community that you're doing right now. I'm speaking to the choir and, I'm preaching to the choir and the girls that are watching the replay, right? Like, it's community and it's mentorship. So you've got your community within your sisterhood, within our future glorious area and beyond in the Mary Kay world. But it's also in community with your sales director. Also with your sales director. Remember, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Okay? I want you to think about that. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Okay? Even if the teacher's been knocking on your door for 85, months in a row. Okay, she's always been there. But like literally, and you know what, y'all? Like that was the thing that like Mary Beth, when I started, remember, I didn't do anything for 8 months. And Mary Beth was there. She was a butterfly. She always encouraged me, not a mosquito, not annoying. She always encouraged me. She was always checking in, always including me on things, even though I ghosted her half the time. Okay. But when I was ready, that was it. That was it. I was ready. When you are teachable and you're coachable, what's the key to that? We learned that last week, right? You are teachable and coachable when you're willing to be accountable. And again, that's not a boss-like thing. I want to be accountable to my thoughts. I want to be accountable to my obedience. I want to be accountable. I want to talk through it. I want to work through it. I want to grow, right? When you're willing to get out of that comfort zone. Okay. Love it. Okay. And number 3 secrets to success is tracking. It's tracking. What does that mean? To me, tracking is not just tracking your results. Yes, your results are a byproduct of your activity. Okay? Track the activity and you will see the results grow. Mary Kay Ash herself said a tracked number grows. Okay? So maybe you start with tracking your habits. What are the key habits? Write this question down. What are the key habits that I need to incorporate into my week? What are they? Okay? I'm gonna share with you what my key habits are that are required. Now listen, can I please be transparent for a second? Do I nail this every single week, week in, week out? Absolutely not. Okay? But you just wait till the week that I do and you will hear about it. Okay? Because I will celebrate it big. Okay? But you have to celebrate and track the habits. Okay? And so for me, I personally need my spiritual growth. I need 5 days a week of getting in God's word and doing my devotional, not just reading, but I have to journal something. I have to write what I learned that day. I have to write out a prayer. To me, my brain just jumps to a million things all the time that if I don't write, I'm not telling you have to write it, but I do. I know what works for me. Okay. What is something that I have to do for my time management is I have to use my weekly plan sheet. I have to complete it on Fridays. That is a habit that I have been getting really, really good at doing. Okay. And gosh, it has made me work from peace and ease. And the goal, see, this was last week. The goal is not to fill up every spot. The goal is to fill up every spot with God first, family second, career third, and your Mary Kay to create white space. Okay. What is white space? White space is things that you don't have anything scheduled at that time and you can just be and you can roll with the punches until the next thing is scheduled. That white space is glorious. Business activity for me. This is my goal. I want to be at the top of the national court of sales. I'm going to triple star. Like I know what my goals are and I know realistically what I have to do to achieve those big mama goals as we build this national area and I build sales directors. I need to book 2 appointments 5 days a week. Well, you know what I did not do? Oh, well, hold on. Do you know that on tomorrow, I only have this much space to book? Okay. Like I've got a lot going on tomorrow. So I did more today. I booked 4 just in case. Okay. Just now, am I still going to go in that time? Am I going to honor that time? Yes, I am. Okay. Do you know that I booked them all for this month? Okay. All for this month, 3 virtual, 1 in person. I hold 2 to 3 parties a week, a minimum 4 in person a month. My goal is 5 personal Q&As a week and do 5 unit Q&As a week and coach my top 5 consultants per week. Top key people. So top working with key people, and we'll talk about what key people are, okay? So you can be a key person. So tracking is everything. What habits? And share with your sales director after tonight, what are the habits that you want to do? How can we put them into your weekly plan sheet? Because we as mentors, Lauren and I work our own personal business, right? Because we believe that Mary Kay Ash was so smart when Mary Kay Ash herself said that you must lead yourself before you can lead others. Okay. Do you agree? And the best way to lead is by example, by example, by example. And that's something that Lauren and I are so into of like, we're not going to just tell you how to hold parties and do Q&As. And we're not going to have you go, you. We're out in the field doing it with you. We're doing a power start every month, month in, month out plus, right? And so, and especially Lauren, like Lauren makes me better with her activity. I'm just saying. Okay. So we work with 2 groups of consultants. Okay. We work with the new and we work with the key people. Okay. And so, what are characteristics of key people? They're people like you guys that are here, attending the weekly meetings. We work with you. We value our time with you. It's important. We work with people who hold appointments, okay? Whether you're talking about it and selling the product through on the go, or you're doing parties, or you're doing facials, whether you're doing in person, whether you're doing virtual. Key qualities and key or characteristics of key people are people that come to quarterly events like career conference, seminar, fall retreat and our leadership one. We're having an only leadership event happening in the end of April or beginning of May. And people that are on the trainings and the Zoom calls, I'm preaching to y'all. It's y'all that are backing it by action. Our love is unconditional, but the time is not, right? And so like those of you that are working, like reach out to us more. We're here to help you. So 4 habits for success. Are you ready? You can fill in the blanks. This is a business. Treat it like a business. I think what happens is because it's so ooey and gooey and amazing and magical and awesome, like sometimes we are takers rather than givers. I want you to think about that for a second. There have been many times in my journey that I've been a taker. Like, I'm going to take all this excitement, I'm going to take all this motivation, I'm going to take all this knowledge, but I'm not actually going to like do anything with it, right? Instead of giving it away. Okay. So this business, it is a business. Treat it like a business. Okay. This is a business. Lauren and I will answer your call if you answer ours. Okay. Like we are there for you. We are there for you. Okay. I was really funny. I was telling Vicky today, at school, there's pockets of time, June knows this. There's pockets of time where kids are catching up for like midterms and finishing like missing work in other classes. And we had a test and kids were making it up. And I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time in between my day to be able to work my business. And so, and talk to people. And so I was texting Vicky and I was like, girl, I know that you're at your job. So please don't feel bad if you don't answer me right away. Like I know you're at work, but I just have a pocket of time that I can like get to. Okay. This is a business. We will match our time with your efforts. And it's a business. If you want to be successful, action is essential. Okay. Action is essential. Okay. So we're going to go on to the second one, which is great. Okay. Okay. Questions so far? Right? So some key takeaways. And the one things that I like to do is when I take notes, I like to highlight the things that stick out to me the most, and I go back and read that throughout the week, okay? As a constant reminder. Okay. All right. And so let's think about this. Ready? Another great habit for success is to have a positive image. Okay? I want you to ask yourself, do I have a positive image? And I feel like society tells us one thing, so then the enemy makes us think something else. When the definition of a positive image is the way you conduct and carry yourself, not just with appearance, right? But with attitudes, with words, with punctuality, with attendance, with when you mess up, okay? When you, not if you, drop the ball, fix it. Right? Tammy talked about that. She says her people still reorder because she drops the ball, but she loves on them anyways. Right? Okay. What did I do? I completely dropped the ball on mailing this order for this lady. Okay. Like I had to come in my box and it literally like, I don't know. In my brain, I did it, but then I knew that I didn't. And I let everything get in the way. So guess what? I threw a full-size free product in there, be like, you know what? I screwed up. I'm sorry. You should have got your product way faster than that. And so here's an extra thing for free. And she was like, whoa, you're gonna be my married girl forever. And it's like, that's just what we do, right? Because you're human and you have to give others grace, but you must first give yourself grace, right? Okay. So when it comes to being the CEO of your business, income producing activities or IPAs. You see that chart, but I don't think people really truly understand exactly what it is, okay? Is this IPAs are income producing activities, okay? Income producing activities. They're the ones that are going to work your business full circle. They're the ones that are going to rock. Number one, booking appointments. Again, however you want to do them, one person, two people, parties. Don't let anybody in the my co-people, because these are the guests for tonight. Okay. Don't let anyone in the Zoom. They are booking, coaching. Coaching is putting insurance. Okay. And again, I want you to rate yourself on these IPAs. Okay. Next to this, as you write these down, I want you to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being like, I don't even know to where to begin. I mean, you do know where to begin, all things linked, but say you didn't. I don't even know where to begin. I am at a 1, okay, to a 10 being like, I can do it in my sleep. I do it consistently. I can teach it. Let me teach it. I can teach it, right? Where would you be on a scale from 1 to 10 in these income producing activities? 1, booking. Ask yourself where you are. And for those of you that are on a 5 or higher, rate yourself in terms of consistency. Like, okay, like ask yourself on a scale from, because I was not consistent. And I'm going to tell you, full transparency, one thing that I love so much about this month. Okay, where'd the thing go? Okay, I gotta bring your faces back here, not annotate. Stop sharing. Lauren and I talk about this all the time. And man, we get so excited when we do it right. Okay. A bad habit that I used to have, tell me if you identify with this one, is I would sit there and I would book and I'd get some bookings and I'd be so excited and I got them and I would hold them. And then when I was done, I'd be like, dang, I don't have anything booked right now. I can't ride on this momentum, right? We've talked about how your confidence and your success and your everything has to do with how close your things are together, right? And so I would forget or not prioritize because I'm like, I have bookings, and I'm overwhelmed with them when I'm really not. It was just an excuse not to book further out. So one thing that Lauren and I worked really hard on in January was making sure that we were booking for the beginning of February. We didn't stop. We booked as many people at the end of January as we could, but we made sure we went into February. Okay. So that has allowed me to be already on the 9th. Okay. And again, listen, for those of you who don't super know me yet, like I don't tell you what I'm doing to be like, look at me. No, I had to fall 1,000 times to figure this out, okay? And I am not perfect, but I'm telling you, like, I'm willing to be transparent to say it really stinks when you have a goal and you wait till the end of the month to try to do it, and then you get frustrated and you have to repeat the cycle, right? And so, like, don't make my mistake. Don't make Lauren and I's mistake because we were really bad about this for the first 6 months, okay, of this seminar year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 parties so far. Now, out of those 5 from this month, 2 of them have rescheduled to next week. Okay. So I've already held 3 parties. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Already held 3, and it's only the 9th. Okay. And so it feels really good to start that at the beginning of the month. Okay. So I'm just going to encourage you to do that too. Okay. So booking, coaching. Coaching is staying in communication. Okay. Write this down. It's building the Mary Kay relationship. Coaching has to do with trust. I want you to write that down. My friends, that's where we get to build the relationship. And maybe you're a new consultant and maybe you're starting with people that you know, but they've got to build that trust on this side as a business owner. They love you already. Okay. But coaching also, Mary Kay Ash herself said that an appointment, a party that is not coached is not a booking at all. It's not a booking at all. It's not going to hold. Okay. It's numbers, but it's not going to hold because you did not think about it. Think about how many text messages you get reminding you that you have a doctor's appointment. Okay. Like John Henry has an appointment once a week right now. And like, I get like 2 texts reminding me, like, and it's not because I asked for it, it's coaching. Number 3, selling, how to sell this product on a scale from 1 to 10. I want you to rate yourself on how your selling is. Can you tell me what your average per face is? If you can't, we need to do some faces and figure it out. But here's what else I want to tell you. On a scale from 1 to 10, where's your passion in this product? Are you sold out? Are you using it? Are you using the barrier restore? Did you sign up to participate with this hydration mask event and tell that we have like 75 guests coming to on Thursday? Like seriously, y'all. So good. Income producing activities is team building. Okay. Where are you on your scale for changing people's lives, sharing this opportunity? Where are you on a scale from 1 to 10 of just being obedient to the process of asking, booking, and holding it? Okay. So if you were to draw the perfect party inside this box, okay, if you were to draw the perfect party, okay, what things, I want you to think about this, okay, I want you to think about what that is, and that's what you're going to talk to your sales director about. What you see, my friend, depends on a lot of what you're looking for, okay? We talked about that. What you think about, you bring about. Now, I don't have time to go through this part, but Lauren and I will both go live in our Facebook groups. And of course, Kate totally figured out what I did the other day. Go on Boxer too, for those of us that don't have Facebook. Okay. But raise your hand if you got something from this today. Okay. I want you to share very quickly. Okay. Because we got to go in like 60 seconds. But what is a key takeaway? What's an aha moment? Something that stuck out to you today that you're going to be able to apply. Randy, you go first. You can type it in the chat. We'll let Randy talk. Everybody else type in the chat. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay. I just wrote down specifically, and it was like one of the only things that I wrote down because I was trying to like absorb it all, but like vision backed by consistent action is the best thing that I can think of. And that's by plugging in, by investing in your business and going to these events. Like 2,500 miles is a far flight, but it's a weekend and it's a write-off, and it's worth it because you always come recharged and you have that new spark. And I feel like I've been very resistant to doing certain things that you've told me to do, and every time that I do them, it's so much faster, the results that I see every single time.
Right. The Mary Kay way works, Randy. It works.
Imagine that.
I love it. I love it. And y'all, I just want you to remember as you are working on being a CEO this week, you need to know that your goal is valuable. No matter how little or big or small or whatever, no matter how it compares, there's no comparing your goal to somebody else's. What the Lord puts in your heart is what the Lord puts in your heart. What the Lord puts in Tia's heart is in Tia's heart. Okay. All right. That's the way it goes, girls. I'm going to pray over you really quickly. I love you and pray. And Lauren, I pray for you every day. And then we got a spa session happening. So here we go. So dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we got to have together, Lord. Thank you for just bringing to the forefront of our mind the vision and what you want for us through this business, what you want us to do as a ministry for you. Lord, we just thank you in advance for just all of the seeds that we get to plant in other people's hearts, Lord, that you get to take care of the results and we get to take care of the obedience, Lord, and then you work through us like crazy. Give us the courage and the heart and align our heart and our minds this week, Lord, as we're reflecting on, why and our biggest, wildest dreams. Give us the ability to dream, Lord, and not worry about the how, but worry about the what and the why, because that is the vision that we need. We just praise you and we thank you in your precious name.